All right. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, Gemini Jersey boy. Today's lesson isn't going to be long. It's more so just going over, obviously, the day of Nicanor, the destruction of Nicanor. We will be holding it next Saturday, I believe, which is the 28th. Just refreshers on it. We're not going in depth. We're not getting into no mysteries or nothing. Just going over some brief history on what took place. And we gonna hop straight into it, right? Just did a quick Google search. It says destruction of Nicanor occurring in 161 BC is a historical event celebrated on the 13th of Adar, often one day before Purim, to mark the defeat of the Seleucid general Nicanor by Judah Maccabees forces. So, if you don't know anything about Nicanor, this takes place during the time of the Hellenization period, right before the Hasmonean dynasty, right? Whenever we took back over our homeland and our temple. This day is about our victory, Shalom King, our victory, one of our victories over the Greeks, right? By taking down one of their mighty generals. It says Nicanor threatened the second temple, but was killed. His head and his right hand were hung in Jerusalem, right? We're just getting some summaries real quick. Then we're going to get into the chapter. We're not going to read the whole chapter. I do want to get into a little history of, some precursors on why this is a big deal, right? It says the conflict. Nicanor was a prominent Seleucian general under King Demetrius I Soter, sent to crush the Jewish Maccabean revolt. He held he held intense hatred for the Jewish people and specifically threatened to destroy the temple and build a shrine to Bacchus in its place. This is how he was getting down. He had a great hatred for our people. We were not in a great situation. We weren't just in a great place when this took place, right? I want to grab the history of the Jews real quick to show what was going on a little bit before this took place, right? I want to use a fair use disclaimer. Malachi, can you see this and are you able to read?
Yes, sir.
Can you start out right here where it says the plan?
The history of the Jews. It says the plan was carried into effect, and the feelings of the common people were outraged. It was the first time since the Jews returned from the Babylonian exile that a non-Jewish government had interfered in the succession to the high priesthood, treating the sacred office as if it were nothing more than an ordinary governorship.
So this outraged our people. This outraged a lot of people. This has been the first time since the Babylonian exile that a non-Jewish government had interfered with the high priesthood. The high priesthood is very important to our people. Very important. And These other nations aren't going to treat the priesthood like we treat the priesthood. They're not going to uphold it how we uphold it. They're not going to do the. They're not going to treat it how it should be treated as a holy thing. This was just another branch in the government to them, and it's way bigger than that to us, right? Let's keep reading right here at but worse.
But worse was to come. Now that the Hellenizers had full control of Judea's government, they began to build gymnasiums within Jerusalem, which the young people were encouraged to spend a great deal of time.
Well,
The young priests neglected their duties in the temple in order to engage in sports.
so the young priests neglected their temple duties to engage in sports. Right? Come on.
Greek styles and dress, Greek names, the Greek language became stylish in Jerusalem. And worst of all, the Hellenized life brought with it looseness in religious observance, as well as the characteristically Greek looseness of morals.
So yeah, it brought looseness of religion and it brought looseness of morals. This is big today. This is big today. American Christianity will tell you, you guys are legalistic, and you guys are so. Why are you so this, that, and the third? And you guys are just uptight, and God doesn't want you to do that. It's about the relationship. That brings looseness of morals and looseness of religious ethics. Our people didn't get down with that. Morals was something we held high. Morals are not in high regard right now. But this is what we're reading about when we were under the Greeks. Sounds very familiar being here in America.
Salak.
Go ahead, King.
Hey, can I grab this account that you're reading in Second Maccabees 4 real quick? It's only I'm gonna read like 3, maybe 4 verses, but I'll read it fast.
What do you think?
Okay, bad. This is Second Maccabees chapter 4, and I'll start at verse 11. And the royal privileges granted of special favor to the Jews by the means of John, the father of Eupolemus, who went ambassador to Rome for amenity or enmity and aid, he took away, and putting down the governments which were according to the law, he brought up new customs against the law. So this man ended up bringing new customs that was going against the laws of the Most High. Verse 12 says, for he built gladly a place of exercise under the tower itself, and brought the chief young men under his subjection and made them wear a hat. So here you have this man creating this gymnasium in the scriptures. When it says a place of exercise, it's going into the gymnasium. And then he said he gathered the chief young men. Who are the chief young men? The men who were being brought up to be priests. Mm-hmm. Men of strong households, the chief young men, the men that was going to be next up. He brought them under his subjection and made them wear a hat, which is also customs that were not a part of ours. Now, such was the height of Greek fashions. At this time, look, you got the Greek fashions going crazy. Their clothes, their gods, their cuisine, idolatry, their way of life. Greek, the language. And increase of heathenish manners through the exceeding profaneness of Jason, that ungodly wretch, and no high priest. Is going crazy right here. We reading this out of the scriptures. That the priests had no courage to serve anymore at the altar. That's exactly what the book says. Brothers didn't want to be priests no more. Brothers was setting it on the back burner. But despising the temple and neglecting the sacrifices, hasted to be partakers of the unlawful allowance in the place of exercise, after the game of discus, called them forth, not setting by the honors of their fathers, but liking the glory of the Grecians best of all. And I'm going to stop right there, but I do want to break down some of what I just read before I pass it back to you. They start neglecting the work of the Most High, the priestly duties. They wasn't interested in that no more. They rushing through it. If they doing it at all, they doing it by force. If they're doing it at all, they spear, then they heart not in it if they doing it at all, and they rush into the gymnasium. It says they tells you in the Bible what game they was playing. It says discus. They rushing to do these things instead of the temple service that they supposed to do on the Shabbat. They kind of trying to go to the gymnasium, play discus. And it says they set aside the honors of their fathers, and they wanted to be Greeks most of all. That's what they wanted to do. Yeah.
That's a fact. That's a fact. This is what was taking place leading up to Nicanor, right? Malachi, can you continue reading right here where it says a part?
Gone. A part of the Syrian army marched into Jerusalem to support Menelaus and his policy. Many of the inhabitants of the city were killed. Others escaped to the hills. Only the known Hellenists remained. Orders were given prohibiting the observance of the Sabbath, the holidays, and circumcision.
So these orders were given. You might be wondering what's the Syrians got to do with this. They are a part and under the Greeks, right? But this is what's going on. Orders were given that we cannot celebrate the Sabbath day or holy days or circumcision. We cannot keep circumcision. We cannot keep our regular customs. We were told we are not supposed to keep these things. This is a big deal to the people. This is a big deal to us. Remember, the high priesthood isn't in order. They're putting people they want to put in, which means we're all out of whack. We don't have a king. We don't have a king, and now we don't have a priest. And the scriptures go over it. As is the officers, so shall the people be. Who's ever in charge, that's what's most likely going to go out throughout the city. If the king in order, the city most likely going to be in order. But if the king out of order, the city most likely going to be out of order. So it's pandemonium going on. Let's keep reading.
It says, in the temple above the altar was placed a statue of Jupiter bearing an obvious resemblance to Antiochus.
So in our temple was placed Jupiter. Jupiter is another name for Zeus, right? It's the Greek version of Zeus. And this Zeus or Jupiter was carved to look like Antiochus. Why? Antiochus thought he was God in the flesh. That's just what this kind of guy is. Yeah, that's the pride of this guy.
So I was gonna say, just to help people understand, Zeus, I believe, or Jupiter is the chiefest god amongst their gods.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what he insinuated.
Yep, he's the top god in their pantheon, right? So he was carved to look like after him, and that's for a reason. He's trying to get into the people's minds, get into their heads, so on and so forth. Antiochus was the ruler during the time of a portion of the Greeks, I should say, right? Let's keep reading.
In the temple, so like over such a temple, Menelaus consented to remain as high priest. To that statue were brought as sacrifices the animal most detested by the Jews, the pig.
So Menelaus is our high priest during this time, and he doesn't even come from the priestly family. He's not supposed to be here. Obviously, he's here because they set him up. And they brought in the most detestable thing to sacrifice on our altar. They brought in a pig. But in Greek fashion, in Greek custom, a pig is a highly regarded animal, right? In the book of Solomon, in the wisdom of Solomon, it says that we are clean contrary unto them. The Jews and Esau, they are clean contrary to each other. They are polar opposites. What's detestable to us is holy to them. Let's go ahead and read and finish that out.
It says, an abominable act had been perpetrated on the 25th day of Kislev in the year 168 BCE. And to use the descriptive expression of the book of Maccabees, it left the Jewish people desolate.
Okay. So that left our people desolate. I'm going to scroll down. Like I said, we were just getting some backstory to what's leading up to Nicanor. Let me see if I can find it. Boom. I think that's it. Yes. We're going to read this. We're going to read this paragraph, and then we're going to get into the Maccabees and read that. And like I said, this is just summarizing, touching on it briefly. A lot of us are already familiar with it. It's not a deep dive. We're just going over the history of it, right? So, Malachi, can you read right here where it starts at like?
Like the preceding opponents of Judah, Lysias also underestimated the strength of the Maccabean forces. Instead of going himself with his entire army to crush the rebellion in Judea, he dispatched two subordinates, Nicanor and Gorgias.
So, this man is prideful like the rest of the opponents of Judah. They underestimated us. So instead of him going with everybody else, all of his army to crush us, he just sent Nicanor and Gorgias and their men. Right? Let's keep reading.
Their Syrian army was augmented by Hellenizing Jews and volunteers from the neighboring nations. These foreign peoples were so sure of the Syrian victory that they sent merchants with large sums of money to buy up the prospective prisoners whom they expected to sell as slaves.
So their army is filled with Gentiles and our people to come fight against us. You're going to have people that sell outs. They were sellouts. And Nicanor and the Syrians were so sure that they were going to win, they already had money ready just to buy up some prisoners, buy and sell and trade, because they're like, hey man, we're gonna, we're obviously gonna win this, because they thought so little of us. Let's keep reading.
It says, Judah, familiar with the country and its mountain passes, was able to surprise and annihilate the Syrians in the dead of night. Enormous stores of booty fell into the hands of the Maccabean soldiers. But the greatest result of this victory at Emos was that the road was now open to Jerusalem.
So they brought so much money and coin that it all ended up falling into our hands. This is how the Lord worked. That's how the Lord worked.
That's Proverbs.
Yeah. Through their pride, we got their riches. We got their riches, right? Now we're going to go over to First Maccabees chapter 7. First Maccabees chapter 7. And I want to see where I want to start at. Bear with me real quick, because I don't want to read the whole chapter. Let me see, though.
Maybe look at verse 26 real quick. You might want to start lower. I don't know.
That's kind of area I'm looking at. Yeah, we can start at 26. First Maccabees chapter 7, verse 26. Malachi. It's on you, dog.
It says, then the king sent Nicanor with one of his honorable princes, a man that bare deadly hate unto Israel, with commandment to destroy the people.
Mm-hmm.
So Nicanor came to Jerusalem with a great force and sent unto Judas and his brethren deceitfully with friendly words, saying, let there be no battle between me and you. I will come with a few men that I may see you in peace.
So this is a tactic that they always use. We're coming with peace. We're coming to help. We're just trying to help. Right? We're just trying to help. This is going to help you all out. I've known through the years, whenever Esau comes with a proposition to just try to help, one is going to help him out more and it's going to help you. Two, it may not even help you out at all. He bore a deadly hatred towards us. Let's keep reading.
It says, he came therefore to Judas, and they saluted one another peaceably. Howbeit, the enemies were prepared to take away Judas by violence. Which thing after it was known to Judas, to wit, that he came unto him with deceit, he was sore afraid of him and would see his face no more.
Mm-hmm.
Nicanor also, when he saw that his counsel was discovered, went out to fight against Judas beside Carthasalama.
So Judas found out Nicanor was lying and he hated him. And he didn't want to meet up with him no more. And once Nicanor knew his disguise was up, he went out to fight. He wanted to go fight. And remember, he had so much pride, he had all the money with him, ready to buy prisoners, sell them, do business with the men of our nation. Right? Let's keep reading.
It says, where there were slain of Nicanor's side about 5,000 men, and the rest fled into the city of David.
So about 5,000 men fell on Nicanor's side. We got to think about how big 5,000 is. If everybody been in school, a lot of times a high school, you know how many people it is in high school? It's a lot of people walking through those halls, right? There's a lot of people walking through those halls. Most of the times, it's nowhere near even 1,000 in a school. It's nowhere near even 1,000. So you got to imagine how many people are 5,000. Living in today's age, we underestimate numbers because we see numbers so much on live streams, and this guy got 1 million views and this guy got this many views. 5,000 is a lot of people. That is a lot of people. Let me see. I'm trying to see if I can.
Hey, 10 people is a lot of people. Hey, especially when we're talking about war, hand-to-hand combat, but this is not nothing to overlook.
You can pull up a picture of 100 people. My, oh, dang, that's 100 people?
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Imagine 100 people on the battlefield trying to kill you. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is a lot of people. Let me see. Boom. This is a legion. This is about 5,000 men. This is 120 men over here. This is a great army of people.
Jeez.
This is a great army of people. All 5,000 died.
Jeez.
All 5,000 soldiers died. This is a company of men. let's not forget how real this actually is, right? Let's go back here. 5,000 of his men were slain. Let's keep reading. Verse 33.
So like you. Verse 33. After this went Nicanor up to Mount Zion, and there came out of the sanctuary certain of the priests and certain of the elders of the people to salute him peaceably and to show him the burnt sacrifice that was offered for the king. But he mocked them and laughed at them and abused them shamefully and spake proudly and sware in his wrath, saying, unless Judas and his host be now delivered into my hands, if I ever come again in safety, I will burn up this house. And with that, he went out in a great rage.
So he went to the, the sellouts of our men. They showed, they trying to kiss the butt. But he mocked them and scorned them and said, I need Judas head to me now. And if not, I'm gonna burn down this house. This is what he did. Let's keep reading.
Look at
you got something?
Look at the pride on this man. Bro, we just beat you up. We just ran your fade. You don't get to make threats, man. Leave. For we do you in worse.
We do you even worse.
We do you in worse, man. Esau crazy. But
verse 36.
Verse 36. It says, then the priest entered in and stood before the altar in the temple, weeping and saying, thou, O Lord, didst choose this house to be called by thy name and to be a house of prayer and petition for thy people.
Hold on. They are now praying to the Most High. They're now praying to the Most High on the behalf of Nicanor.
Uh-oh.
They're praying to the Most High on the behalf of Nicanor.
That's usually not a good sign, Bo. Once you got like the priest throwing up prayers in the temple, around the temple, about you, you did too much.
You did too much.
Mm-hmm.
You did too much. Let's keep reading.
So Nicanor, that's a lot, be avenged of this man and his host, and let them fall by the sword. Remember their blasphemies, and suffer them not to continue any longer.
My bad. Verse 39.
So Nicanor went out of Jerusalem and pitched his tents in Beth Horon, where an host out of Syria met him. But Judas pitched in Hadassah with 3,000 men, and there he prayed, saying, O Lord, when they that were sent from the king of the Assyrians blasphemed, thine angel went out and smote 184,500 of them. Even so destroy thou this host before us this day, that the rest may know. That the rest may know that he hath spoken blasphemously against thy sanctuary, and judge thou him according to his wickedness.
So Judas is a man of understanding and knowledge, and he made petition and prayer to the Most High as well. And he recalled an account on how the Lord destroyed the Assyrians. He asked him to do the same this day. Back against the wall. I believe the scriptures speak about that. It says that the victory of war is not in the number of horses and men. It's from the heavens. That's where victory comes from. This was a known thing back in the day. It was a very known thing back in the day. If these people won, that means their God defeated their God. Wasn't about the men and the horses and whatnot. Judas knew that, understood it, made prayer to the Most High because Nicanor has a mighty army with him, and we got 3,000 men. We just defeated 5,000. Judas is in constant battle, back to back to back to back to back, and they just got numbers coming in. But Judas also has the Most High. So let's keep reading.
Verse 43. So the 13th day of the month, Adar, the host, on the 13th day of the month, Adar, the host joined battle. But Nicanor's host was discomfited, and he himself was first slain in the battle.
He the first one to go. He the general. That's not good.
It's not good for morale.
It's not good for morale, right? If your general is leading you out to battle, and a lot of times the general is supposed to be the mightiest guy, if not up there in might. He's the leader. You look up to him, and you see him running out there, and his throat gets slashed, and he falls on the ground, and dust gets kicked in his eyes, and he's bleeding out. You're gonna be like, huh?
Retreat.
Who? What? Where? Nah, we gotta go. Because they normally look to Nicanor in battle. What do we do? What are you supposed to do? If Nicanor is saying forward, we going forward. If he say retreat, we retreating. If he call for the archers, they call him for the archers. But if he's dead, what do? We need to go. We lost. He was the first one down. So you can imagine. They were like, oh my God, this isn't good. And our leaders over there in great confidence.
It's a lot.
Go ahead, King.
This is where being spiritual comes in handy right here. Brothers throwing up prayers, mighty men throwing up prayers, priests throwing up prayers, Judas throwing up prayers, the common people throwing up prayers. And then the first person to die is Nicanor. If that don't turn your spirit up a little bit, ooh, you're not moving in the right spirit, because that's supposed to be affirmation. You got to use that as a faith booster. Oh, Yahweh is with us.
Mm-hmm.
Killed a leader off rip. It don't get no better than that.
Don't get better than that. Imagine the morale boost we got. You slay Nicanor, and you got certain men yelling, Nicanor is dead in the battle.
Would have been turned, boy.
Nicanor dead?
Nicanor's dead.
Bro, this ain't the time to joke. Is you for real? And you see Jake, you see Judas, you see one of the men of Judah running around with somebody's head. Oh, we killed them.
You know how it be in anime when a man on a horse jump and the sun right behind him and he holds his sword. Yeah, that's Judas.
Yeah.
Up there in the sky, his horse didn't jump 12 feet in the air. We don't know how. Did he come off a hill? We don't know. But everybody looked at him. Oh my God. Is that Nicanor's head? We lost.
Bro, you know how much spirit finna fill your body when you charging and you get the news that they just smoked Nicanor?
Oh yeah, you up.
Oh my God.
Everybody, each man that we had probably moving with the strength of 10 men.
Too much spirit.
Too much power. This ain't even just adrenaline. You know adrenaline is mighty. We gotta boost and spear them morale.
Yeah.
Ooh, what happened, Max? Please tell me.
Oh God. They need to make this a movie, bro.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
It's a movie, bro.
And they better do it justice too. Just how you said when he jumped 12 feet in the air in the shunt, they better do it justice. Because if they don't, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, this is outrageous.
And he better be Jake, and he better have a fro or something mighty, something brotherly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Big brother man.
Mm-hmm.
Horse, big black horse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice broad sword or axe. And Nicanor better be Edomite.
He
Yeah.
better be.
He better be Edomite.
He better be.
I don't make this no black on black thing. He better be Edomite.
Yeah.
Don't make him a Mexican. No, he need to be an Edomite. He need to be a white dude with Roman Syrian gear on. And he lost. And then all the host is in great fear now. Because you know they did it for the 300. The 300, they made them look glorious.
Yeah. I need scenes like that front kick in the movie. No cap. We need it going crazy.
We need it.
You know what?
Yo.
Judas need to have, because you know he was fly. His daddy was fly. He was a priest.
Yeah.
They're all Levites. So you know they anointed. They ready though. Fringes. Matter of fact, make them extra long. This is where we're doing it. Make them long. Make them extra long, man. Give them 2 sets of fringes, man.
Yeah.
Double up, man.
Double up, man. We doing it big. Oh my God. All right. Let's keep reading. Verse 44.
Verse 44. Now when Nicanor's host saw that he was slain, they cast away their weapons and fled.
This is just like we said. It says, now when they saw he was slain, mind you, he was the first man down, which means this happened quick. This happened quick. They on horseback looking, and he just over there getting thrust through with a sword, and he's done. Let me go ahead and turn this horse around real quick, man. Let me throw these weapons on the ground. I surrender. Where's the white flag? And you got our men yelling. People ain't familiar with a man yelling out of rage because he wants to destroy everything.
Bloodlust.
He's so enraged right now, he can kill anybody, his people included. Get back. You got to be a mentally different person to go to war. Not I'm talking about war back in the day. Not you shoot somebody from far. You still got to be mentally different for that. But I'm talking about walk up on a brother, kill him, go to the next man. So you got our men yelling with good, glorious beards. Somebody got battle wounds. Somebody probably gone, but he out there.
He's
looking
still
for you. Yeah. Behind his God. That's scary, bro. That's spooky. You probably heard about some of them. You know, David had mighty men. You probably heard about some of these guys. I heard that guy took on 3 bears at once. What? Yeah. And he alive and the bear's not. That's why he got a bear robe on. You see the bear head on his shoulder? That's what I heard.
Bro, you know the heathens was shook, man.
Yeah. That's what I heard, bro. You know, back in the day, storytelling was live. It wasn't no movies. They had stories in the tavern with beers.
Yeah. Story. You had to have good stories.
Had to. I heard he threw an axe and killed 4 lions. What? Yeah. He that strong. Some of them you believe, some of them you don't.
Hey, who can know, man?
We weren't there.
Hey, who told the story, man? That make, you know what I'm saying? Was he really selling it?
Yeah.
Is he credible? Do he really got bodies? How much rank do he got?
He do have a lion pelt.
Then this is like your 5th time from 5 different sources hearing this same story.
And you see him in battle take down Nicanor.
I knew it.
Oh God.
I knew it.
I knew it was real.
I knew it. They didn't believe me. I didn't believe you. I did.
I did.
Hey, you gonna run away too, man. You ain't finna stay out there. Hey, once I heard these brothers smoked a whole host with no weapons and no armor. Nah, bro. This stuff sound real, man.
We gotta get out of here.
Why are we going against them, man?
We need to leave quick, bro.
We
Y'all
read verse 44, didn't we?
Yes,
It says they cast away their weapons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got low.
Mm-hmm.
Got low. If you throw your weapon down, that means you surrender.
Yeah.
Like you quit for real, for real.
Mm-hmm.
Not just a tactical retreat and we finna run back up. No, if you throwing weapons down, you completely done.
I just want to be a farmer, bro. I'm out.
I got a family, bro.
I don't even got a heart for this, bro. They paid me.
I just want peace, bro.
I just want peace. Oh my God. That's bull, bro. That's bull. That's bull. That's so much nonsense.
Bro, you gotta think though. You gotta think about something real quick. You gotta think. We mighty right now in a low state.
Mm-hmm.
But you got us back then, like Mattathias, like he literally trained up his sons. Like they had their father.
Yeah.
Until he passed away, obviously, but they had him.
Yeah.
You got to think how mighty in that mindset of getting the law drilled in you, living by the law, statutes, commandments from birth.
Yeah. He got good diet. Good.
You got a good diet, whole food diet. You hear me?
Yeah.
I grew up on Little Debbie's. He grew up on whole food.
Whole food.
In the land. He not thinking about if I'm gonna keep the law or would this be breaking the law. He just keep the law. That's just what it is.
Bro, let me add.
Mm-hmm.
He not even bound by the things we're bound by. He grew up under the law of Moses. We grew up in Esau's learning. They tell you, oh, a man can only, a man can't do this, a man can't do that. This is impossible. A man is only this can be this strong. A man can only run this fast. And they not bound by that. They reading straight Torah. Hey, with God, all things are possible.
Yeah.
Moses split the sea. That's what they was indoctrinated with.
Yep.
Elijah called fire down. That's what they was indoctrinated with. They not limited by none of that. Bro, they not limited by none of that.
You see, he said you destroyed a host of the Assyrians by sending an angel. Do the same today.
Easy.
Quick. When you know the story of the Assyrians, it don't go into us destroying the Assyrians. It literally go into the Lord sending an angel to destroy them. What does that look like?
Obliterated them.
I don't know.
Hey, bro,
I don't know.
Spaceships and laser beams and hey, man,
it might have been one angel down there with a sword. It might have been. We don't know.
How would they know?
How would they know? Imagine the Assyrians looking at that. We done got ourselves into it now, fellas. They God is real. And then you just get split in twain. You just fall to pieces. Brutality.
Spinal.
Oh God. Let's keep reading, bro. We almost done with this chapter. We're 45.
These brothers are in tune with the spirit, man.
Yeah. For real.
I'm loving this, man. I'm loving this. All right. Verse 45. Then they pursued after them a day's journey from Adasa unto Gezerah, sounding an alarm after them with their trumpets.
Yeah.
Y'all bumper, man.
Yeah, but a day's journey we pursuing them, blowing
them day and night.
Yeah. Blowing the horns. Can you imagine that? Running away. You dropped your weapons because you need to get speed, right? You got to think they probably casting off
dropping armor.
Dropping armor. All of that stuff is heavy. That's iron. You dropping weapons. You drop the bow. We're not talking about no regular bow and arrow. We're talking about a real bow and arrow. Big bow and arrow. You drop that, and it's just you and your horse and the little cloth on your back. And you hear them blowing horns and trumpets and yelling, saying, "Get back here." Oh, God.
Bro, imagine the brothers who imagine the brothers who wasn't infantry. Brothers who wasn't on horseback, they running, they you know what I'm saying? They was in the back of the army, so they got a head start getting away. They in a whole nother city, another town. They think they got away. Then a couple miles south, you hear burr, burr.
Yeah. That's the Jews horn.
Burr, burr. You hear footsteps and shit. You hear a host coming. This is crazy.
No.
You can tell that you
It's
can't even
rumbling.
fit in with the commoners right now, brother, because look at the boots.
Yeah.
I know you was in the war, man. You're going down, buddy.
I've been running for a whole day.
Brr, brr.
How did they
Another
know I
horn.
get hurt?
Why are they still blowing horns?
Do they not get tired? No.
This Kate still juiced up back there. I don't even got adrenaline in me right now. I'm just scared.
Because in your security, man, you're gonna be destroyed.
You're gonna be destroyed, man.
Another horn go off.
All your morale just sinking.
Bro, you know heartbeats is just going crazy.
You know you got brothers out there giving up, just falling down in place. I ain't got it no more, man. They own us.
Hey, bro, just kill me.
Bro,
Hey, bro, take my sword.
bro, just kill me, bro.
Hey, just kill me, bro, please.
Imagine if you in between cities, bro.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
If you in between, they pursued after them a day's journey.
Yeah.
From Adasa to Gazara. You in between cities? Hey, you ain't got no resources. You ain't got no material. You ain't got no mats. Victuals low. You ain't got no water. Guess why? Because the Hebrews, they had already spoiled all your victuals back there.
Bro.
You've been on foot for 18 hours.
Bro, imagine you on foot, you walking, you thinking the coast is clear, and then a fat arrow laying right in front of you.
You got to start back running, man.
Oh God! Oh no!
No, hey, you seen Apocalypto, bro? Started left, right,
Yeah.
zigzag. It's feeling like open season, boy.
Oh God!
You got Hebrews probably, you know, Jake, man, they can't take nothing serious. They making sport of them.
Yeah, look at him go. Let's see who can hit him first.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm gonna hit him with a spear. I got a rock. I'm King David. What? No.
Jake out there trying it, man.
You know Jake doing that.
You know Jake trying it, man.
You know, the war won. We won. You know they're doing that.
You know, bro, Judas already was on that with his men. Like, look, don't take it to spoils yet. This is a different battle. Don't take it to spoils yet. We still got a war. We still got to fight. Jake already celebrating though.
Yeah.
You didn't even kill everybody. Jake already celebrating and taking spoils, getting dripped out.
Yeah.
You know Jake trying it, man.
They had all this money, man. Look at all this money.
You got to keep Jake in order, man.
Should have been better.
You got to be a brother like Judas. You got to be a strong brother.
That's crazy.
Keep other strong brothers in order. Like, you got to. That's where all of them storytellings we was telling y'all, that's where all of them come into effect.
Mm-hmm.
And brothers done heard about Judas, man. He killed 800 people in one time. That's how you get in the minds of the other brothers, keep them in order, man.
I heard Judas is a leader of Ravage's beast, man.
I heard Judas, if he blow his trumpet, bears will assemble and report to him.
Now you looking out for bears. Oh God, that's the horn. Oh my God. Bro, let's keep reading, bro. Verse 46.
Hey, that's that terror the Lord gonna put on them, though, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stop playing. Verse 46, man, all praises. Whereupon they came forth out of all the towns of Judea round about and closed them in, so that they, turning back upon them that pursued them, were all slain with the sword, and not one of them was left. Ugh. Boy. Afterwards, they took the spoils and the prey, and smote off Nicanor's head and his right hand, which he stretched out so proudly when he brought them away, and hanged them up toward Jerusalem.
Made a flagpole out of him. Made a flagpole out of him. He was pointing so much, and they just set it up and point it that way.
Turned him into a proverb and a parable.
Yeah. You know what that's going to do to the next Syrian men that walk through there, the next Greek men that walk through there, and they see the general Nicanor? What is this? What's the meaning of this? Well, he's dead, sir. He's gone. He went up against Judas, man. I heard they got the blowing trumpets. Some bears came out. I don't know, bro. I just know he's not here no more.
Made an example out of him.
An example. Let's keep going.
Verse 48, for this cause the people rejoiced greatly, right? And they kept that day a day of great gladness. Moreover, they ordained to keep yearly this day, being the 13th of Adar. Thus the land of Judah was in rest a little while. All praises.
All praise. You got to think about how prominent Nicanor was for us to make a day after it. You got to think about how we defeated a lot of men during this time. But you got to, it's certain things that the text don't cover. It can't. It's too much information. It's too much details. We don't know what Nicanor been saying. We don't know how he been moving. We don't know his status amongst his people. This was a great man with great power. So like a great power. For us to make a day after it. That boosted us up and diminished them greatly. Y'all brothers got anything before we close out?
Yeah, it say that like in I believe it's Second Maccabees chapter 2, maybe it might be chapter 2, because you remember it's a prologue in Second Maccabees.
Mm-hmm.
In the prologue, it tell you like how much information just in the book of Maccabees. Like it took us some time even putting this together because there's so much stuff going on. So yeah, that's in there. That's in there.
That's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
Malachi, you got anything?
Hey, man. Keep the feast with gladness, man. I got that precept. That's Sirach 25.
Bring that out. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Elena said,
Keep the feast.
That brother done toasted himself.
He just deleted himself, bro.
Yeah, he got himself up out of there. Elena said, love the way you paint a very vivid picture of our history in my mind. I can see it as you explain it. Great job. Keep that history coming. That's kind of what I like doing. That's one of the things I really like doing. I like you said, painting the picture. I was explaining this to Malachi the other day. You got to paint the picture so they can see it. It's just so amazing. It's just so amazing when you can actually just meditate. You only get this through meditation. When you read this by yourself, it's hard to get through it. It's hard to see it. When you meditating on it, and you got brothers with you or sisters with you, and y'all can all just sit there and be like, man, I wonder if this is going on. I wonder if this is going on. Then you got this book, The History of the Jews, it helped you see even more information. Like, dang, I didn't even think of that. And then it all comes into reality. You can see it, you can picture it. It's like, oh, this is way crazier than I thought. So all praises for that.
I got something.
Go ahead.
Bro, it'd be dope if we could do like, like when you I don't know if you was in it, but when I was in Christianity, I was in a Christian church, like certain things they have like plays on stage and they would dress up, you know what I'm saying? And they would reenact certain stuff going on in the Bible. Really mainly surrounded around like Jesus' birth and stuff like that. But imagine if we put on a play, and people could really just see like, that's hard. It's going crazy. That'd be dope.
That'll be live, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That would be live.
Because you see everything they want you to see.
Yep.
What about this? Is obviously something that the Most High wants you to see. I know it seemed bloody, gory, whatever the case, but this is something that the Most High ordained every year.
Yep.
It's a memorial.
The Most High is a God of war, man.
You got to deal with that, man.
I deal with it. You got to deal with it. Malachi, go ahead and bring it out.
The book of Sirach, chapter 25, verse 7. There be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy.
This is something that he judged in his heart for happiness. A man that sees the fall of his enemy. And that's what we seen this day. Not literally this day. Next Saturday, right? Next Shabbat. 13th of Adar. We seen the fall of Nicanor. Right? So with that, I don't have anything else. Brothers, y'all have anything else?
No, sir.
To water everybody for tuning in. With that, we're going to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to the Most High God Yahweh by Shem Hamashiach Yahushua. We want to say shalom.
Till next time, shalom.
Shalom.